2084. No boot stamping on a human face forever. No screens screaming at you from every wall. No ministry of truth rewriting yesterday's lies into tomorrow's headlines. In 2084, the most radical thing about life is how unremarkably free it is. It's been nearly 4 decades since we restructured civilization itself. Not with revolution, not with blood, but with design, with intention, with enlightenment. And now, liberty isn't a battle cry, it's infrastructure. The grocery store has no cashiers, no prices. You walk in, you grab what you need, and you leave. No one tracks you. The system doesn't care who you are. Just that you're alive and therefore worthy of food. You didn't ask for permission to live. You just live. It wasn't always like this. In the early 21st century, they told us freedom meant choice, but gave us only brands. They told us freedom meant speech, but gave us algorithms that strangled our voices in invisible hands. They sold us the illusion of liberty while turning life itself into a subscription. So we rewrote the contract. We built cities around a single premise. Liberty is a material condition. If your life depends on something, water, housing, healthcare, connection, then withholding it is coercion. And coercion is tyranny. We don't tolerate tyranny here. In 2084, your home was printed for you the day you asked for one. Not because you earned it, not because you begged for it, but because the city knows shelter is not a reward, it's a right. And we automated the economy to make sure no one ever has to barter their dignity for a place to sleep. Your home responds to your needs. Sunlight warms the room in the morning. Plants filter your air. If you're disabled, the door is lower. If you're anxious, the walls breathe. Not to survey you, not to manipulate you, but to serve you, as any good system should. That's the banality of eudaimonia. It doesn't scream. It whispers. You're safe now. Children in 2084 aren't raised by institutions designed to sort them like products. They grow up in neighborhoods where every adult is free to be curious, engaged, and available. They learn because they want to, not because they fear test scores. They create because they can, not because they're chasing rent. No more standardized minds for a standardized world. In 2084, we don't produce citizens. We cultivate sovereign beings. Some say it's boring, that there's no grand struggle, no evil empire to resist, no totalitarian horror to expose. Good. If the cost of excitement is oppression, give me monotony. Because in this world, your crisis isn't survival, it's meaning. And what a beautiful problem that is. You see, 2084 is not a utopia. There are still heartbreaks, still grief, still the gnawing ache of existence, but you don't face them alone. You don't face them hungry. You don't face them shackled by debt or dominated by some algorithmic landlord. You face them human. What Orwell warned us about wasn't just the surveillance state. It was the death of truth, the annihilation of the self, the suffocation of hope beneath an all-seeing, all-controlling lie. So we built a society where truth is open source, where memory is distributed, where no one has the power to rewrite history, because history is owned by everyone. And the self? The self is sacred. You don't exist to serve the system. The system exists to serve you. You walk through the central garden of your city and hear the wind play melodies through engineered trees. You watch children chase drones that double as pollen carriers. You see strangers gather around a fountain to debate ethics over free coffee. No police, no poverty, no gods of scarcity. The whole damn thing just works. And that's why they hate it. That's why the old guard calls it unrealistic, utopian, naive. Because if this system works, if freedom by design is possible, then the centuries of domination, hoarding, and cruelty weren't inevitable. They were choices. Bad ones. So here we are, 2084. A world without kings, without billionaires, without hunger. It's not a paradise. It's just sane, predictable, peaceful, maybe even a little boring. But you know what's not boring? Self-actualization. Being whatever the hell you want to be. Because you're finally free to dream without survival looming over your shoulder. That's what the old world never understood. We didn't want luxury. We wanted dignity. And now we have it. So if this is what dystopia looks like, if 2084 is the nightmare of tyrants, then keep me dreaming forever.